it's too little too late. Entire opposition was demanding, entire country was demanding, people of Manipur were demanding his resignation, were expecting him to step down, yet he continued to find support from the centre, and the centre continued to turn a blind eye to the violence that was happening in Manipur. He was the instigator of violence, and he continued to divide the people of Manipur. And today Manipur stands brutally harassed, brutally divided between two communities. So now that he has resigned, it was very clear there was a no confidence motion coming, and his own people were going to rebel against him. As a face saver, they've asked him to step down. I would rather say he went for a Ganga Snan at the Kumbh Mela, probably. किसी तरीके की ध्यान में आया होगा कि this is what he's doing is morally incorrect, and he has lost the confidence of his people and he has stepped down.
Ma'am, talking about no confidence motion, then the BJP president of Manipur, she said that कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, हमारे MLAs के बीच में कोई conflict नहीं है, उन्होंने future के लिए कराई basically, so that's why.
No, I do not think that is the case. It is pretty clear that it is a face saver. He realized that he has lost the confidence of his own party and party MLAs. And it's a known fact that the members of parliament of Manipur from the BJP were wanting to meet the Prime Minister. The MLAs wanted to meet the Prime Minister, brief them what was happening on ground. It is just another thing that the Prime Minister refused to meet them, and Prime Minister refused to go to even Manipur. So in a way there was support coming from the centre. Now that he's realized that it is not going to help them either electorally, nor politically, nor in terms of winning the confidence of the people, he has been, his hands are forced and he has stepped down.
Rahul Gandhi also said that he should before 2 years ago, because there's a confidence motion that the Congress in Manipur are objecting, so that's why he resigned.
Absolutely. There was a no confidence motion which was to be presented in the assembly today, and he knew that he did not have support from his own people, his own MLAs. His own MLAs had rebelled against Mr. Biren Singh's leadership. And let's not forget the entire drama that he had done earlier, where he had resigned and then he had showed there was a strong support coming for him to not step down, and he withdrew his resignation. So after all the drama, realizing that there is no confidence, and also something that he should have done long time ago, has finally happened. And I would hope that Manipur will now find peace, and there would be whoever is appointed, or if there's president's rule, they would work towards bringing peace amongst the communities that stand totally divided.
Ma'am, there's anti-Naxal operation. 31 Naxals are killed, and 2 soldiers also lost their lives. What you are saying?
I'd offer my condolences and rich tributes to those who laid down their lives for battling terrorism from within. And my condolences to their family members, the 2 soldiers who have died. And what has happened with the Naxalites, there is no space for terrorism in India. There is no space for anti-India activities in India. And something like this is a huge achievement of our forces, and I congratulate them. And I wish that anybody who thinks anti-India and works against the interests of India would not find place in the country.
Ma'am, who says that the Atishi, when she celebrated about her victory, so he said that it is it's about the Arvind Kejriwal who always humiliated their leaders, and that's why she celebrated her victory. So it's like to slap kind of him.
No, I do not want to read too much into it. We must understand that elections are a very grueling process. Lots of people work hard to ensure victories for their candidates, as well as for someone they support, for their party leader. Atishi was working very hard as a chief minister, and while handling the dual responsibility of the chief minister, senior leader in Aam Aadmi Party, she was also contesting a very tough election with someone like Mr. Ramesh Biduri against her, making comments which were absolutely close to slander. Having contested such a tough election and emerging victorious and snatching victory out of defeat led to the celebration. And I think it was to honor the workers who have stood by her, who have ensured her victory, and she joined in the celebrations to support them. And I think anyone reading too much into it would be ridiculous.
I'm talking about the Bihar. Tejasvi Yadav commented that there's no impact on Bihar like a Delhi polls.
The Bharatiya Janata Party is working like some election machinery, wanting to have one election after the other, to win one election after the other, which if as a political party, I'm sure everyone aspires to do that. However, what happened in Delhi may not be the same as what will happen in Bihar. They're 2 different states with 2 different problems, and Bihar has seen that Nitish Kumar and BJP have been governing for over a decade plus together. There was a small gap in between, but they have been continuously in government, and yet not been able to develop Bihar, not ensure jobs for the youth, not ensure economic activity in Bihar. And people understand that, and people will ensure that someone like those who have sat in the government for years on end have been unable to serve the interests of Bihar. So they will vote them out. So every election is different, every situation is different, every issues are different, and every state has a mind of its own.
One last question. Like, they are talking about the India alliance, and they said that like it's about the Congress dented the AAP vote, and what about the India alliance future?
I think India alliance will really need to sit together and brainstorm as to how we can support each other and make each other stronger, rather than weakening each other by keeping our political ambitions ahead of India's interests, constitutional interests, democratic interests. So this is something which India Alliance senior leadership will sit together and understand, whether it was Haryana or whether it was Delhi. While every political party can have aspirations, however, in a situation where we are facing a political party which does not believe in democracy, which does not believe in constitutional propriety, does not believe in the founding principles of the nation, which is the BJP, to oppose that, to make them, to stand up for the people of this country, we would need to keep our personal political interests aside and keep nation's interests first. So while political ambitions are great, political parties need to grow is great, if it is hurting the interest of the nation, we will need to do a rethink.
Thank you so much.